All right, so for the last week, we're gonna go over something that's a goal for a lot of people, which is to be able to do a pull-up from a pull-up bar. So we're gonna start with basically the easiest things that you can start with, and then how to work your way up to getting your first pull-up. So step one, which we use a lot in class, we're gonna work with the TRX. So this is a suspension training strap where you use your body weight as the resistance. So this is a really good start if you're not able to do a pull-up just yet. So what we're gonna do is start with just the basic body weight row. So in the field house, we have tape on the floor. So that's kind of an indicator of about where your feet should be to start. So you would want either your toes against the first piece of tape, or if you wanna make it a little harder, you would put your toes against the second piece of tape. So the idea is the closer your feet get to the rack, the harder it's gonna be. So we're gonna grab onto these handles tight. I'm gonna put my feet at about the second piece of tape. So I want my weight off my toes, kind of onto my heels. And then what I'm gonna do is just pull my body and pull the chest right through the handles here. So driving my elbows back and trying not to swing my hips. And just getting used to pulling your body weight from this bottom position. So a good thing to start with is doing about 10 to 15 repetitions, and then just step back and rest. All right, so after you've been working with the TRX for a while, another way to start to build up your strength is to use the cable machine and do a lat pull down. So we're gonna actually do it kneeling on the floor as opposed to sitting in a machine, because it will more mimic the way your body is set up when you're doing a pull-up. So we're gonna grab this cable bar that we have, so nice and wide, similar grip to as if we were doing a pull-up on a bar. So about as wide as this bar is. You're gonna drop your knees down to the beam. And from there, just picture as if you're hanging from a bar and you're gonna pull your chin over the top. So instead of moving your body, you're gonna set the weight and pull the bar. So picture your chin right over the top, arm straight, and pull. So the good thing about this is you can control the amount of weight on the stack that you wanna use. On a pull-up, it's hard to manipulate the amount of body weight that you have, but here you can easily change the weight to make it harder and progress as you go. So you want to do like a hard 5 to 10 reps. So you want to do 5 to 10 repetitions where it's really tough to get somewhere in between that number. So 6 reps, 7 reps, and by the end it should be getting really hard. All right, so next step, once you feel like you've gotten a little bit stronger, you're gonna try to hang from a bar. So we have a pull-up bar here. I'm gonna try to get a good grip so the bar is really like into the bottom of my knuckles, like in the palm of my hand. Okay, wrap my thumb over. And from there, I'm just gonna lift my knees up so I can hang. I'm gonna try to keep myself from sinking down and my shoulders coming up to the side of my ears. I'm gonna try to keep my shoulders packed down nice and tight. And I'm just gonna lift my knees up. And I'm just gonna squeeze my hands, like I said, keep my shoulders from popping up towards my ears. So just keep them packed down. Okay, feet off the ground. And you're just gonna try to hang for as long as you can. If you could get up to about 1 minute, that's fantastic. All right, next step after you get pretty good at hanging is to hang one of our longer looped bands over a pull-up bar. So you're gonna loop it in so it's on there nice and secure. And what you're gonna do, you could stack some platforms on the ground if you're a little bit shorter and it's, the bar's a little bit farther away from you. But you're gonna try to get your knee over the top of the band, so it's gonna give you some assistance as you're doing your pull-up. So I'm just gonna pull this band down and get my knee over the top of it so it's nice and secure on my leg. So just make sure your leg and your weight is always over the top of the band so it can't slide off. And then I'm gonna try to get right up against the bar, okay, and get that same grip from when I was hanging. I'm gonna try to keep this band and my knee towards the center of my mass, okay, so I don't sway side to side or anything. And then I'm just gonna pull just like I'm doing a normal pull-up. I'm just gonna come off the ground, sink down, and hold. When you come down, just really carefully take the band off the knee. So we have different resistances of different tensions of band. So this is a pretty light band, so this would be more advanced. But we have thicker bands that'll give you more assistance. So if you're having trouble, you might need a thicker band. Just careful setting it up. And you're just gonna try to get same thing, 4 to 8 reps, 5 to 10 reps, just practicing that full pull-up range of motion with the band giving you a little bit of help. So guys, finishing up the challenge, the next step for you is really just to stay in touch with us. So Susan, Tara, myself, Just let us know if you have any questions. We're here to support you. If you can, keep coming to class, stay involved with the programs, and we'll keep you up to date with everything we have going on here. But thank you guys so much for participating. And just like I said, if you need us, we're always here.